Hey, what's up guys? Ronin Man here. Sorry for the long pause there after the convention. I was kind of thinking about everything that happened. I'm gonna start posting videos, but unfortunately we recorded. The audio isn't very good, so I've been a little bit hesitant to post the videos we made. But the convention was freaking awesome. Meeting all the guys again. Completely different vibe than the first time. Very deep, man. Fucking deep. Life-changing conversations, like seriously. Alright, so today I want to talk about the cock carousel. And you might have noticed, I don't know if you watch my channel, you might notice that I never did a cock carousel video. And you know, when you make videos, you look at other people's channels, you see the titles, and you think, oh, okay, I'll make a video about that, or that's a good topic, or whatever. But I don't know why, the cock carousel never turned me on. I was like, I just couldn't understand what it was even, exactly. And I just kind of, this morning when I was working out, today's my workout day, so I was at the gym and then went to yoga, and I was thinking, and I realized with fucking cock carousel is kind of embarrassing actually for guys. So sorry if you guys are, I know a lot of content creators watch my videos too, so this isn't meant to diss anybody. Like, I know a lot of my early videos I'm a bit embarrassed about, so times change and your thinking changes and you mature and you grow as you continue on your journey. So I'm not saying any kind of diss on anybody who made a cock carousel video, because I think we do what we're learning, what we know at the time, right? We do the best we can at the time. And as we do stuff, we learn and we improve, right? So that it's a good thing to be wrong, basically. So I think the cock carousel is total bullshit. Complete fucking bullshit. And I just realized why this morning. So I guess the theory is that when girls are in their 20s, they ride the cock carousel and they have a lot of boyfriends or whatever. And then when they hit the wall, right, kind of the wall, that's when they want to, you know, settle down, right? And then the kind of feeling of the videos that I've seen, and I can't remember which channels they were or whatever, but the kind of feeling was like, man, I ain't gonna give that girl my stuff, man. She didn't, you know, she did the cock carousel when she was young, man, and then now she wants to marry me, you know. And I don't know, it's very fucking convoluted, man. It's very convoluted because, okay, why am I not resentful against women for, you know, having sex in their 20s? I guess the main reason why I'm not, you know, resentful is because they had sex with me. You know, like the cock carousel was my cock, right? So I don't feel like, if a woman is nice to me, you know, if she's sexually, you know, compatible and she's good to me, why would I be resentful against her, right? You know what I mean? I wouldn't be resentful, right? And then if she wanted to get married after having a good time, like that's kind of what that was kind of my thinking when I was having fun. I was thinking, hey, I'll have fun now, and then at some point, like, I'll get serious and have a baby, right? That was kind of my original thinking, right? That's kind of what I was thinking. So like the cock carousel idea is kind of like, I mean, probably what most MGTOWs are probably thinking too, right? Like, it's not that evil, really. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's not that different from, like, I traveled the world when I was 20, or my early 20s, I went around the world, right? And the reason why was because I knew when I was older, I wasn't going to be able to be that free, right? Actually, I ended up more free as I got older, but the thing, you know, most people don't, right? Most people, they're freest when they're in their early 20s, so you got to take advantage of it, because you're going to be a slave for the rest of your life is the basic logic, right? That's what people told me. And it's funny because I never really thought about it, but it's funny. It's a funny thing to say, right? It's like, my mom told me, you better have fun now, because basically your life's going to suck, you know? That's kind of what she said. And it's funny, I didn't even think about it, but why does it have to suck, you know? If it can be fun now, if it can be super fun now, like, why does it have to be not fun later, right? You know? And I guess the same with the cock carousel idea. I mean, I guess I rode the pussy carousel, right? When I was in my 20s, you know? Like, I fucked a bunch of pussies, and that was awesome. There was nothing wrong with that. And then later on, I did want to have a baby, right? But that's, I don't know, I think that's pretty normal. And I think the problem with the cock carousel videos is, and the thing is like, guys, we got to keep improving. Like, we got to keep improving MGTOW. We got to keep improving the content, and keep improving the thought, I guess, leadership of MGTOW, right? You know, we can't just be idiots and, like, if we're kidding ourselves, man, it's not like people aren't going to realize that we're full of shit, right? Like if we keep talking shit like that's not true, basically like we're gonna look like idiots in the end. It's true. Like there's no mercy in this world, you know. Either you get your shit together, you figure shit out, or you look like an idiot, you know. And I think that probably the reason why a lot of guys thought the cock carousel was such a thing is because it wasn't their cock, right? So they felt like kind of angry, you know, angry that they didn't get the things they wanted in life. And I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. In fact, that's a normal emotion, you know, to whenever you don't get what you want, it's like normal to be angry and resentful and even envious is kind of normal, right? It's like, you know, you think, well, fuck, why that guy got it? Why did I get it? You know, like that's fucked up, you know. I want to get that, you know what I mean? I think that's pretty normal emotion. So I'm not saying like it's abnormal, but I am saying like the lack of ability to see in retrospect what you look like as a man that's embarrassing, and that's what's got to change. You know, I think guys have to like accept that, you know, like maybe you know, you didn't have such a successful 20s, and that's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, the thing is like there's plenty of time in life, you know. There's a lot of second chances, you know. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, little doggy wuggy. Oh no, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, they gotta protect us. How you doing? Hey, yo, we'll go. Okay. Yeah, he's gotta protect his home, right? That's his job. He's a guard dog. But yeah, so you know, if you didn't get what you want and you're angry at women and you're angry at the cock carousel, I think it's good to just look at yourself and just say, hey, you know, a couple of things. One is it's normal being angry when you don't get what you want, and especially when it comes to something as important as reproduction and sexual satisfaction. I mean, that's pretty important stuff, you know. By the way, this is a tie. They tie these things around the tree, and they always put red Fanta, but for some reason this is not red Fanta. This is something else. What is that? Mixed berry, Japanese purika. Usually it's usually red Fanta for some reason, and then they put these little shrines on the trees, on the mangrove trees. These are like in the swamps. These are the natural trees of Thailand. You can see there's it's like a bunch of trees together, and they go deep down. The roots, they float up in the air so they can be in the swamps because there's so much water here. But yeah, I think that you know, if you felt like you weren't successful when you're young, you know, say with women or successful with money, or even successful just in general, like getting what you want, whatever that is. If it's you know, success in a certain tech field, or you wanted to do something, you wanted to be a doctor, and then you ended up failing the medical exam. You know, that's okay, man. That's okay. I mean, you tried, you know. That's the thing. It's okay, you know. It's like I failed at a lot of stuff too, you know, and the stuff I talk about is usually the stuff I succeeded at. But there's a shit ton of stuff I didn't succeed at that I wanted to do that I never did, right? And you know, the thing is, life is long, so there's always time to go back, or not to go back, but to do stuff that you wanted to do. So you know, if you want to, if you secretly want to fuck a bunch of women, there is nothing wrong with that. Like really, I don't care if you call yourself MGTOW or whatever the fuck you call yourself, but it's fine if it's something you want. It's like men going their own way. Like, let's not forget that part. It's like you go your own way. Like whatever it is that you want to do, or if you think it's important, just go and do it, and don't worry about what other guys think. You know, there is no rules here. There are no rules here. It's what we want to do. And the other thing I think is wrong about the cock carousel is that I have had a lot of women, right? And I've had a lot of women who were very sweet, who didn't ride the cock carousel, and they didn't ride the cock carousel. And then what happened to them was they regretted it. So like in their 30s, like I had this one chick, she was like 35 when I met her, and she was like one of these girls who had lived the perfect life. She had done exactly what her parents wanted, right? She had been the perfect little girl. And then when she met me, like I turned her into the devil, right? And all of a sudden she was like having like wild sex, and she was like, I opened her up. Like they talk about Pandora's box. That's the girl's pussy. That's what it is. when you open up the women sexually, they become like different. They change, right? And I opened up Pandora's box for this girl, and she totally changed as a person. And I don't mean like in a bad way. I mean like she got in touch with a part of her femininity that she didn't know before. She was a more rich individual, you know. She was a very intelligent woman, but she also very high IQ, I should say. But she never had been in touch with her kind of physical, sexual, carnal side, you know. And that was something that kind of balanced her out, I think, a bit, you know. Is that she was too intellectual, this girl. And then when she opened up, I could just tell she was more relaxed, you know. And she didn't hurt people. She was not, I think, you know, being mean, using sex to get revenge and to be vengeful and to be sadistic, that's a different thing. You know, that's not very nice. There are women who are very sadistic with sex, and I want to talk about that, yeah, but in some other video. But most women, when they kind of discover themselves, it's kind of a big thing for them, right? That's why there's that whole Eat, Pray, Love thing, and there's 50 Shades of Grey, and girls are trying to find themselves and all that. But believe it or not, guys, if you haven't had a lot of women, I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of women who actually have not ridden the carousel in their 20s, and they regret it. Like they get like 35, and all of a sudden they want to do everything, right? They want to do everything they didn't do before, you know. They want to do anal. They want to, like, you know what I mean? They just want to have fun. They don't want to be judged. Like, no longer do they want to be like, she's so and so's daughter. I can't do that, you know, kind of thing, right? She's kind of like, I want to do all the fun stuff that all the bad girls did, you know. And I've seen that a lot with women. There's more women like that than you'd expect. And there's also women, obviously, who are very confident, and from their early 20s, they seduce guys and they do what they want. They do exactly what they want. But a lot of people, like men and women, takes kind of time to kind of come into yourself, to mature, where you finally can, you know, you have the confidence to go and get what you want, whatever that is. Whether it's a job, or whether it's travel, or money, or, you know, sex, or public speaking, or, you know, whatever it is, you know, some kind of confidence that you don't feel when you're younger, and then you kind of step into it as you get older, right? And some women, a lot of women who have, especially are from conservative families and stuff, their family stopped them from doing all the fun things that they kind of wanted to do, and they were envious of the other girls in some way. And then other girls, like the girl I had, she actually wasn't even envious when she was younger. She just couldn't imagine herself doing it. She was like such a good girl. And I opened her up, and it was cool, man. It was actually cool to watch her, I don't know, what do you call it? But just get in touch with her physical side, I guess, you know? So and she was very kind too. She was fun to be with. Good sense of humor, and she was quite nice to me. So I didn't have any bad feelings about her. You know what I mean? She didn't hurt me when we were doing stuff together, right? So I guess I just want to like destroy that carousel thing, because I think a lot of it is just guys who were resentful. They didn't get what they wanted, and they're kind of saying to the girls like, now I won't give you marriage. But the truth is, the girls are not knocking on the guy's door to get married anyway, you know. And I think kind of like, I was thinking this morning when I was thinking about this video, I was thinking like, probably what it is the guys are kind of saying to the girls like, if you listen to me, you'll be successful, right? You know, I'll tell you how it is. Like, if you'll just listen to me, right? I can lead you the way, right? I am, you know, I am the leader. I am the knowledgeable one here. You gotta listen to me and fuck me, right? Either carousel me or marry me, you know, kind of thing. But I understand this thinking. I definitely understand this thinking, and I don't want to make fun of it. It's a natural thing. Like, it's like I said, it's a frustration, you know. But the best way to get over frustration is to admit it, and then to move on, and to admit, I guess, admit what you want, you know. Because if you secretly want something and you're bagging on everybody for getting it, you know, that's just not good. That's not good. And it's not good, because you're not going to get what you want, you know. And it's better to admit you made a mistake, and then to you know, it's better to admit you made a mistake, and then to say, hey, you know what? I used to think, like, I used to be resentful of the carousel, right? But now I realize that girls were doing the normal thing that I kind of wanted to do with myself in my 20s, right? I wanted to you know, explore the world, right? I wanted to explore my body. I want to explore women. And then these women did it, right? And it's just they didn't do it with me, right? That would be kind of an anger thing. And it's like, you know, that's okay. You know, it's fucking okay. Like, if you look at life, if you ask any old man, you say, hey, should you ever be embarrassed about yourself, you know? An old man will say, like, fuck, man. Like, I've made so many mistakes in my life. Like, I looked like an idiot a million times, you know? I looked like a fucking moron. Like, I was hopeless like a million times. And I know I did too, you know? It's like, I felt so stupid like so many times in my life that I thought everybody was gonna think I was just a hopeless idiot, you know? And then, you know, you go to sleep and you wake up and it's another day. And it's like a totally different day. And it's like, good things happen. And part of growing is not holding on to the mistakes you made and the kind of like, it's kind of like if you have a really bad game. Like our football team in high school, we lost something like 86-0 on homecoming, right? And then now our high school team, my high school team is one of the best in America. You know, it's one of the top high school football teams in America, in high school. So shit changes, right? So just hang in there, you know, just hang in there. If you feel like you made a mistake, if you feel like you missed out, you know, you didn't. You know, you didn't. Not everybody didn't get all the good things, and I didn't get all the good things. There's always so many things I still want, and I missed, and I'm looking to get, right? So we're all trying to improve, we're all trying to be honest, and we're all changing, we're all being honest as we kind of learn about ourselves and learn about our own weaknesses too, right? Because envy and jealousy, these are natural human emotions. These are not like, oh my God, it's so embarrassing. I had a fucking feeling, right? Oh my God, I wasn't perfect. It's like, no, man, nobody's fucking perfect. Everybody's jealous. Everybody's fucking envious. Everybody makes mistakes. You know, I've had friends that are like very, very, very successful on the outside, and then they've been very jealous of people too. So you can be very successful in one area, and you can be extremely jealous of people in another area. So just because you're good in one area doesn't mean you've got all the bases covered in every other area, right? Like, you could be like very wealthy, but then you could also be overweight, and you could have very bad experience with women, right? So a lot of people are jealous of your money, and then you would be very jealous of other guys' bodies and their success, right? And then the guy who works at the gym who fucks all the girls, or the guy who's the masseuse who fucks all the girls who come in and get massages, he's like super jealous of you because you got all the money and you go to the nice dinners, and he imagines that you have this great life, you know, that you can do whatever you want, and girls fall at your feet because they always want money. They always leave him because he doesn't have any money. You know, it's like we all want what we don't have, and we all kind of read into it like you know, if I had this thing I didn't have, then I would be like, things would be really good, right? My life would be awesome, right? But it's really not like that. So, you know, I just wanted to say, like, I think the cuck carousel is bullshit. I think girls have every right to do what they want sexually. I really do. Girls have every right to have fun. I think being honest is an important thing with people, and not being sadistic with anything that you have. And women have a lot of power in the sex area, you know. And but that being said, I think people should really enjoy themselves, you know, men and women, and be happy, you know. So anyway, I'm going to redo a couple of my old videos, because in this same spirit of realizing you're wrong, I actually want to redo a couple of my old videos. So the next video is going to be a remake of one of my old videos, and it's going to be much fucking better. And I'm going to make fun of myself, and I'm going to criticize myself in this video very specifically too. So look for that coming up next. I'm not going to tell you the topic yet, but yeah, you'll enjoy it. So hope you guys have a good day. It's a beautiful, beautiful night here. The sun's just going down. Just finished yoga. We just had like tons of chicken on the street. So good, fried chicken, fucking awesome. And some curry, which was like, what, $1.50 for like a two huge bowls of curry. So good, so fucking good. Yeah, so life is good, man. I hope you guys are good, and sorry for the long pause there, but I don't like to make videos if I'm not inspired. If I don't have anything to say, I'm not gonna make a video. Like, I started thinking of this cock carousel thing. I thought, man, we gotta blow this out of the water once and for all. Now, if you think that I'm wrong on this one, and I could be, you know, it's very possible. Tell me where you think I am, where you think, you know, cock carousel makes sense and the girls are wrong for doing this and they shouldn't do this. It's not right. You know what I mean? Like, if you think you know, after having gone over everything, you think, you know, maybe I got a wrong viewpoint on this, let me know. I'd love to hear it. I would love to hear it. I love being wrong, and I love growing. So guys, have a good day, and I'm signing off, and we'll see, get another video for you really soon, because I got the topic in my head, and it's like burning, it's like money burning a hole in my pocket. I got to get it done. All right, have a good one. See you guys.